Hey folks, Charlie here. Just another healthy poor man's meal. One of the things I got going on, I got some leftover grits from yesterday that we're going to put a little butter off in that. And we're going to add a little water to that to kind of saturate those up a little bit. And we're going to have those for this morning, folks. One thing about leftovers are a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes it could be one of the most tasteful events you'll ever taste. I put about a quart of water in that, folks, just to stir it up a little bit and to keep it going. And we're going to mash it up as such. And we're going to put it right on the oven so we can get this going. Yeah. And this is the day after, folks. And we're going to have fish and biscuits with some grits on the side. How about that? We're going to place that there as such. And we're going to go ahead and get this fish on. And these are the fish that I caught on Friday. And I made some for last night, but I'm also going to have some chicken and biscuit with it as well. So I already pre-washed them already. And you see how nice they look? Isn't that nice? There we go. And what we're going to do, we're going to take some of that. See some of that parsley. We're going to season that up real good. The grease is getting nice and hot, folks. It's looking real good. So that's what we're going to do. And we got a little of that oil. Gonna put a little bit on that, folks. You don't have to put as much. You don't want to. You just want to put a little bit because you're gonna put it in some oil. But you also want to just season it up just enough for it to have flavor, and it'll be something that you not only like, something that you can enjoy. And this right here, folks, is my trusty garlic powder. I'm gonna put some of that in there. It's gonna come out real nice. And like I told you, folks, I like that sea salt. The sea salt works better for me. A little bit healthier, not as tame, as tart as the regular salt. A little bit better for you. Put a little bit of that on. And we're going to put some of that mites on, onion mites. There we go, folks. Both sides, get it going as such. And I'm going to check on my grits. We're going to put a little bit more of that butter in it. And I'm just going to stir those up real nice. Yeah, they're coming along just fine. Yeah. Okay, folks, and here we go. And like I told you, I'm going to use this flour right here. And it's organic flour that I'm going to sprinkle the fish. I'm just going to take some finger food, folks. And I'm just going to sprinkle it as such. Just like such. And we're going to get it nice in there. Going to get a little more. There we go. A little more, just to saute it up a little bit. There we go. Get it in there. Look at that, folks. Isn't that nice? And I'm going to lay it in there. And if you can hear that, that is truly the sound of some real good catfish filleted. It's going off into some olive oil as we speak. And we're going to get that popping, folks. Okay? I'm going to take my trusty board and I'm going to wipe that off and wipe that down. As such, and we get that nice and cleaned up. And I tell you, folks, one of the things about Sunday morning, I know Sunday morning is one of those lazy days, and it's one of those days that you want to sit in, and sometimes you just want to kind of take the day in, and leftovers is a perfect solution to a day as such. And remember, you know, we cook to the mood, you know, we eat to live instead of live to eat, you know. And that's one of the things, and one of my philosophies, not only do I try to live by, that I try to promote to others. There we go, folks. We're going to put that back down as such, because now I'm going to put the biscuits in. I'm going to put the biscuits in the oven. They already kind of preheated. Put my trusty towel there. You see I got the one biscuit, and we're going to open that up. Look at that. Nice, isn't it? And we got the other one here, folks. And we're going to take my trusty butter knife, and we're going to put a little butter on there, as in such. A little butter, as in such. Just a little butter. There we go. And if you have a skillet or something like that, folks, that'll be the better thing to put it on. I do. So, and this is what she'll be going on. Nice skillet, if you can see it. And we're going to Put it on as such, just as you see. Oven right next to me, and we're gonna go and lay them in, folks. Isn't that nice? And those are gonna be about 10 minutes, 5, depends on how high you have your oven. I always like to preheat my oven about 350, then I bring it down to about 275, maybe 300, so it'll cook eternally from the inside out. And that's one of the best ways you want to prep something up, folks, and to get things to a liking and to a appeal that you can be satisfied with. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, these fish are cooking real nice. Oh yeah, isn't that nice? Look at that, folks. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Look at that. Yeah. From another healthy poor man's meal. They're coming along real good. Look at those grits I was telling you about. And they coming along real good. Look at that. You just got to stir them a little bit. They're going to come along just fine. And the finished product is where it's at. And you might see me use a lot of quotation when I talk about food, that one of the most important ingredients that I use and that I put in, folks, is love. You know what I mean? You have to have a love for what you do on all channels, but at the same time, when it comes to cooking have to have that same love, folks. And that's what we want to create. We want to create a symmetry of love that we can share with one another, that we all can benefit from. And that's what not only is my channel about, that's what I'm about as a person. Folks, I'm going to put another little quart of water in that, just to stir that up a little more. You don't want them too thin, but at the same time, you don't want them too thick. You want them manageable, as in such. Yeah, look at that. It's coming along real nice. Real nice. Fish looking better and better, folks. And like I said, folks, this is a meal you can put together for breakfast in about 10 minutes. Some of the fish that I caught on Friday, ate some on Saturday, and here it is Sunday, and we still eating off that nice suverent fish. I'm gonna take some parsley, folks, and put it off in my grits just to season them up a little bit. With flavor. And I'm also going to take some of that garlic, folks, and put in there as well. A couple shakes. You don't need as much. You don't want to overdo it. Never oversaturate your food, because food is supposed to fuel the mind, body, and soul. And that's what you want. I got a little sea salt. We put a little of that on it, about 4 or 5 twists. And we're going to continue to stir our grits up. And look at that, folks. Ain't no grits coming out nice? Look at that. Yeah. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Are they coming out nice? And it's going to be a nice breakfast. Really looking forward to it. Biscuits are coming along fine. And we're going to put the finished touch into this, folks. And like I said, this is Sunday morning love, made with extra love. And I like to dress my plates up, folks. And for me, it shows showmanship. It shows that you care about the person who you cook for. And I'll take a few of these parsley right here, and we'll put the plate right there, where you get a bird's eye view. And we'll line it up as such. We'll line it up as such. And this right here just give a little bit of direction, folks, on how you would want your meal and how you would want your meal prepped up. You know, you take a look at that, and you can space those out as needed, you know, when you see it. There we go. I got about 3 there. I'll take that out, kind of even it up a little bit, and just add a little direction to it. We got kind of a north-south, east-west thing going on, kind of like that. Just as such. You see that, folks? Yeah. There we go. So we got that going. We got our grits already. And we're going to set that in the inside as such. And we got about a spoon of those in there. Look at that, folks, huh? Got about a spoon of that in there as such. And that fish is just looking just that much more better. We're going to check on our biscuits. just want to bake those about 5 to 7 minutes, folks, just to get a little color to them. Kind of melt the butter, and it's just going to put more flavor. And I like to kind of design it up a little bit as such. And so what I do, I'll take my biscuits and I'll set them right on top of those grits as such. And then I'll take my fish. Oh yeah, that is so nice. Look at that, fresh out. And I'll take that fish and put it on one bread as such. And we're going to take the other one out. And we're going to put it right on that other biscuit, folks. And look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at that, folks. Yeah. Look at, oh, sorry about that. There we go. The pan is right next to me, so I'm trying not to burn myself. Isn't that nice? Okay, so we got that going as such. We're going to turn our eye off as such, and we make sure that that is off. Now, I'm a big fan, folks, of greenery. Now, I'm going to put a nice apple with that just to have a nice source of fiber to go along with my fish and biscuit. So I'm going to just chop me a few up. As such. And we're going to place those right there as such. Look at that, folks. Isn't that nice? From another healthy poor man's meal. And we're going to dress that up as such, and you see it, folks. Now, I'm not done yet. See, it's so many things that you can do for your breakfast to make it a system-based meal. And this is one of those things, one of those dishes that you can make for your loved ones or anybody that you care about. And you can check that out. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Yeah. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Now, what I'm going to do, I have a tomato that we're going to take, and we're going to slice that up a couple times and give you a little direction on it. It's going to add a little bit more flavor to the meal that's already looking nice and that's already real tasty and real healthy for you. System-based food, folks. There we go. Let me just get this here. Okay, we are looking for, and there it is. All right, there we go. And we're going to put one right there, folks, and we're going to put the other one as such, and we're going to put that right there. How about that? Doesn't that look nice? Look at that, folks. So now you have a nice, enjoyable breakfast, a nice system-based breakfast. And what I like to do is just a little bit of touch of parsley, just to make it complete. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Look at that, folks. From another healthy poor man's meal. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Keep liking. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing.